Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and this is one of my favorite videos of the year, but also one of the most important videos for me, and this is my 2025 budget planner setup video. Here I have the Kelava Plan Undated Budget Planner. So this came out in October maybe, and it is undated, so you can start it at any time, but I was saving it for 2025 because I wanted to be able to start the year with a fresh budget planner. So I will have this linked in the description of the video. If you saw my ultimate budget planner review video where I shared a whole bunch of budget planners, I did mention that this is a top favorite of mine. And in my planner lineup video, I talked about the fact that I'd be using this. So we are going to start with stickers. I have Kelava Plans Alpha Basics Volume 2. I will have everything that I'm using linked in the description for you in case you are shopping. And then we've got my name in. Perfect. It is now my planner. So I did a couple of I think just maybe this page as an example when I was first showing this product when it came out because I promoted it. But I love the annual financial goals section and the yearly recurring expenses section. Some of these pages are really great. However, some of them I'm going to pull out and actually replace with printables from my Etsy shop. There's so much more that's in this planner with this year's version than last year's. So I wouldn't actually need a ton of the pages from my Etsy shop. However, there are just some things that I prefer that I designed. So I have this bill tracker, and I feel like I need to cut this a little bit more. The reason that I like this is because, well, ignore the fact that these lines are a little squiggly. My printer's been funky, but this bill tracker is great when you have different amounts paid all the time. For me, I just need one like simple page. I'm probably going to reprint this just because of how it came out, but I really just need one simple page to be able to see everything. I don't necessarily need it spread out the way that this was spread out. So again, personal preference. It's not a criticism of this planner. It's just that when I first started making printables in my Etsy shop, I was making them because I had a need, and we're going to use them in this planner. So I'm just going to put some adhesive down here and just pop this page right over it. I still need to trim. However, my large scissors that I use for trimming these things are downstairs from gift wrapping. So I also don't need the back here, but I do like the subscription tracker. The pay in 4 tracker and the debt trackers we're going to take out because I don't have debt and I don't use pay in 4. The back is retirement savings, which again, I'm going to use one of my own trackers that I printed out here. So I have the retirement savings that I'm going to use right over here. We'll keep donations. I'll just need to like put another page here or something. I mean, actually, you know what? I can pull this out because even though there's that yearly recurring expenses, one of the pages that I have in my shop is this. It probably seems a little strange that like some of these pages I'm replacing with my own ones. I will say that this video each year is always really, really big for my Etsy shop. I'll show you some more of the items that I'm including, but it's always a video that does really well for me, both on YouTube and helps me financially in my Etsy shop. So maybe if you don't have this planner, but you are seeing some of these items that you like, you can go over to my shop. It's just always a little strange to say while like I'm showing another product to be like, go to my shop, but we're doing them both in combination today. So we have annual expenses, and then we have the tracker, and then we have the donations page. So next up, we have the first monthly. And I also prefer a different type of monthly budget setup. So I'm going to put my monthly budget page right here. Again, my printer got a little funky on this, but we're going to use that page. And then because the back of this has the monthly, we're just going to take this down because I can't just take this page out. I need it to be in there. And we'll just pop that in. As I was going through these, there's actually other things that I wanted to include. So I've had a goal the last couple of years of doing extra payments on my mortgage toward the principal, and I also have a 100 envelope challenge. I have a ton of other savings challenges and trackers in my shop. These are just the ones that I printed out for now to start the year with. Okay, so we have the 100 envelope challenge. We have the extra mortgage payment savings. Now, when Keller Plan, well, actually it was launched a little bit later, but there are these dividers, which I think are really fun. So what I wanted to do here is flip this over, and we're gonna put the first divider, and we're going to do thought somewhere I saw trackers. I do have trackers from this Live Love Posh thing. So we're gonna put trackers right there. Okay, and then we have the trackers. I could also make another page, like if I just didn't want this in front of it. Then some of the things that we're gonna go right ahead in and fill out are monthly subscriptions. So I'm gonna write Apple storage, Netflix, Peacock, Tube Buddy. Some of these you never really see in my budget planner because some of them are business expenses. So these are just some of the things that I subscribe to for Plan with Elise. Peloton. And I think that may be it for my monthly subscriptions. Right now, I don't have any quarterly subscriptions. I had a Term Next subscription, but got rid of that. And I do have a Costco subscription. I don't know yet if I'm going to renew it. I got it over the summer, and I've actually only been to Costco once, and I've ordered online once. So I don't know right now if it's the most beneficial subscription for me to have, but we'll kind of evaluate that as it gets closer to renewal. Another annual, I wouldn't really call it a subscription, but just something annual, is my pool membership, which was probably the biggest waste of money I spent in 2024 because I only went to the pool 3 times. So I don't know if that's something that I'm going to be renewing. So now that these pages are in, we're going to go to annual expenses. So in January, I have, oh, that would be an annual Amazon Prime. See, this is why we sit down and look through and kind of set some of these up. And then I don't know if it's an annual subscription or a bill. I feel like it's tough to figure out certain things. Like in June, I have my home security and alarm renewal. In January is Amazon. I have to double check when Costco is. I know it's the summer, I just don't remember. Then what I also like to put in here is other things that are going to cost money throughout these months. They're expenses, again, not subscriptions. So we have my nephew's birthday in July, my niece's birthday, oops, struggling to write on the corner there, in August, my boyfriend's birthday in April, Mother's Day in May, and my mom's birthday in October. And of course, December is, we're just gonna write holidays. All right, now there's other expenses that I'm going to have throughout next year. It's just not annual. Like I'm going away in January, although the expense it's already paid for. So there's a lot up in the air next year. And oh, October. I mean, for you know what, we're just gonna write 2025 here because I really want this to be like a good organized system for me. So I don't need to write January's trip because that's already paid for. In October, though, I'll have my nephew's bar mitzvah. That's going to be an expense for both a gift and because I'm going to want to buy a special dress for it. So that's going to be in October. April to May, with that last week, there's a potential Disney trip, but I don't know yet what that's going to look like. So I think that we're okay right now. It's just that putting this here is really good. I'm not ready yet to do my annual financial goals. I'm going to set those goals around the same time that I set my 2025 goals, and maybe we'll do a video showing this, or maybe we'll do a reel, but I'm not fully ready to decide on these goals. I need a little bit more time, and I'm limited this month with how much time I have to work on content. So we'll get back to this eventually. Another tracker that I'm actually going to scoot over from last year's budget planner to this year's budget planner is my 1 year of bills. I have a goal to save 1 year of bills, and I am actually, before touching this tracker, I was 65% of the way there. So this page is just to get to the remaining 35%, and then I'll be set on that goal. But it's just because I didn't want to like print it out and fill in the 65%. I just wanted to use this for the remaining 35%. Now we're going to go back to the monthly bills, and we are going to fill this out. So on the first, I have 2 bills, and we have my mortgage, and this is 361.95. Then I have my homeowners association, and that is $450. Then we have my Peloton, that's on the 3rd. And that is $44. And then my car lease, that is $429. If I'm going in order, then we have the 7th, and that is a credit card. So we're not going to put an amount because that changes each month. And then I'm just looking at a reference page here so that I don't mess this up. Okay, we have my car insurance, the 17th is my Amazon credit card. Again, doesn't get an amount. The 18th is Optimum, which is my internet. And it's not 170, it's 70. I don't know where I got the 1 from. I'm just gonna cover that up. Okay, then we have my electric and gas, so that's called PSE&G. And for now, This is $175. I say for now because I'm doing an equal payment plan program where it takes my average use from the first year I had my house, so June of 2023 to May of 2024, and it has me pay that same amount every month. This way I know what I owe every month, and it's not like, oh, what's my bill going to be? And then next May, it will kind of reconcile, and I'll either get a credit towards my account or I'll get a refund back. Or no, that's not the same thing. I'll get a credit towards my account or I'll owe money. I have been tracking every month to see like where I'm at, whether I'm in the red or the green. So as we get closer to May, if I'm continuing to be in the red, I will start to put extra money aside each month when I'm budgeting as a buffer. I do have a chunk of money already set aside for that, but I'll have a better idea of it. So then we need my phone bill. That is also on the 19th. And I'm not going to put an amount there yet because I'm working on changing the cost of my phone bill. So I don't want to set that yet. I mean, it's an automatic payment, so I'm not that concerned about it. Okay, then the 22nd is Venmo, which is another credit card. So there's 3 credit cards in here, so that is not going to be filled in. And then finally, we have the 30th is Netflix, which I'm also working on changing the cost for. Then we have my dental insurance. I don't know what that cost is going to be in 2025, so I'm not going to put that down yet. And then also on the 30th is Peacock TV, and that is $14.99. So those are the bills for now. This could change at some point, but those are the bills for now. I don't have a bill for health insurance because that is covered through my job. I do have 2 quarterly bills. So I'm going to write water and sewer, and then LLC taxes. Oops. So the taxes are due in January, so then February, March, due in January, so I don't need February or March, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they would be due, and I may be messing this up. I gotta do this not on camera. I have to double check all that. So now, okay, we have my monthly bill trackers in. If you are new to my channel, one thing that I will say when it comes to my budget planning is that I am good at budget planning. I am bad at math. I will admit it on a regular basis. Sometimes I struggle with numbers. I struggle with when things are due, which is where my budget planner is really essential for me because it helps keep me on track, because math is my worst subject. It's not my strong suit. So something like this, my brain is like, wait, that doesn't quite make sense. So I'll sit down when I'm not on camera and work through it. Another page that I'm going to put in the trackers section is this page for my Etsy shop. This is electric bills. What I really love about this, and you can use this for any category as you'll see in a moment, is that every month when I get my bill, I write it in here so that if I wasn't doing an equal payment plan, but even as I am, as we get closer to the upcoming month, I can look back and see what I spent in January last year. And then I know probably what my bill might be in January of this year. It's going to be a little bit different for me this time because James, my boyfriend, is pretty much here most of the time. And so 2 people using electricity is a little bit different, mostly with like the laundry going, and like the water bill is a little bit different, but the electricity shouldn't be that different. So what I'm going to do next is pull out another tab from Kelva Plan, and we're going to use this one. I have a bunch of them, so I may add in more as the year goes on. But this one, I'm going to use the expenses sticker. And these stickers came in a set of dividers from Live Love Posh. I don't think that these stickers are sold separately. They might be. I'll look them up. So the next thing I have is similar to my electric bills tracker, but I actually have a monthly spending tracker. And I have 4 copies of this page printed out. And what I'm going to do is add in categories. So we're going to write groceries. And then each month, when I total my spending, I'll be able to put the total amount I spend on groceries in here, which is going to help me budget for groceries as the months go on. So my highest spending categories are, or my most regular spending categories are groceries, getting my nails done, but that doesn't really change month to month. Plan with Elise is a pretty high spending category, but that is more of business spending. We're going to do dining out. As another one. Then we're going to do household. And I'm going to leave the 4th one blank just to see what I end up deciding to put there. So I think that that's it. Oh no, there's one more page that I wanted to include here. So I don't know if I really have a label for it. I mean, maybe we could do, I think we may do overview. I feel like overview is going to be appropriate for how I'm going to use this. And I feel like in order to explain what we're going to put here, I need to share with you the actual budget pages and how these work. So we have my monthly budget. This is going to be set up in my January video. Okay, so these, actually, I could put this over here. No, I think I'm going to replace this page with a monthly spending overview, like a total calculation of each category and what I spent. So the way that I use these, it's actually going to be better if I just show you a page that was used in 2024. So let me pull out a page from my budget planner to show you. Hold, please. Okay, so here are 2 examples from this budget planner because it's a similar setup. I don't think there's really, I think the only change is maybe more lines and more bills. But what I do is I color code. So down here, you can see what each of these categories are color coded as. And as I'm spending money in each of the categories, I use a dot marker to note. So medical, I had a prescription. Food, I had a HelloFresh. Home, I bought a dining room table and a Dutch oven. Dining out, I went out to a restaurant. So what we're going to do with this page is it's going to be like a category key here for the overview. So I need my dot markers because I want to make sure that we're using the same colors. I need pink. I need the gray. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 2. Okay, we'll figure out what we're missing as we go through. So the first one is going to be home. And then groceries. Light blue is Plan with Elise. I think when it comes to color coding, if you have the same colors consistently, it's easier to recognize like what each thing is. Then we're going to do medical. And for me, medical is like copays and any medicine that I need to buy. Blue is gifts. And this is for both like birthdays, baby showers, holidays, all that kind of stuff. Purple is personal. Anything that I'm really spending on myself. So it may be like picking up mascara or, I don't know, a phone charger, like just random personal things. Then we're going to do fun. Typically, for me, I combine fun and dining out. And then we need gas, which I don't do a ton of gas spending because I feel like I don't drive anymore, because my boyfriend is usually driving. And then the color that I was missing was red. I can't seem to find my red dot marker. I don't know where it is. So instead of a dot marker for now until I locate it, we're just going to create a bullet point with a regular marker. But the red dot is miscellaneous. Anything that doesn't really fall into the above categories. So this is going to be my overview of my categories. And then I think we're finished. Again, this part is going to really be for my January setup. As I move to the back of the planner, we do have some other trackers here. There are savings trackers. There are budget plans for certain categories. There's an online order tracker, a lot of online order trackers, and then there are some savings trackers. But I think that the way that this is right now is really nicely set up for me to at least start working in and getting my budget ready. When it comes to planner setups, this is like the toughest time of year, right? Because we're so busy with the holidays and everything else happening in December. And if you are stressing about setting up your planners for next year, just try to get it to the point that you can start to use it in January. Even just get January set up. You don't have to have your planner set up for the entire 12 months by the end of December. Just get it in a place that you can start to use it, and then you can make changes, especially if you use a discount planner. You can make changes as the year goes on. So hopefully you found this somewhat helpful and maybe got some ideas. I will have a link to my Etsy shop in the description of the video, in addition to a link to this budget planner and these dot markers if you're interested. So thank you so much for watching and spending time with me. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.